there, Scorpio, and welcome to your September 2018 love reading with Divine Love Tarot. I want to welcome you to my channel, whether it's your first time or your return viewer. Thank you for joining, and I hope that this message resonates. If you find that it isn't, keep in mind that this is a general reading and it's not going to resonate with everyone, and all parts of this reading may not resonate. Some parts may and some parts may not. So you take what works and you just forget about the rest, okay? Also, if you find that this isn't quite hitting, you might check out your moon sign, your rising, and even your Venus, because sometimes those planets are more prominent in your chart. And if you don't know what that means, you can hit me up in the comments or in my, you can email me and I will help you find that information. All right, guys, so this is a love reading. So this is different than the relationship reading because this is for everyone, whether you're single, ready to mingle, committed, whatever the situation is. And maybe, yes, there isn't anyone, but you may still get a message out of the reading, especially with the internal factors, what's driving you, external factors, and the advice card for the reading. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this. First card is going to represent your current energy, Scorpio, and we've got the Ace of Swords, okay? So this is about taking things in a new direction, okay? This is about clearing things up. This is about clear communication. For some of you, this could be a severing of a situation, okay? The sword kind of just like cuts through all of the BS. So let's go ahead and clarify to see what this Ace of Swords, definitely some type of decision being made, okay, with the Judgment card here. Of course, this is the Scorpio card. So for some of you, you may be dealing with another Scorpio. But I feel like with the Judgment card, there is definitely a final decision. There's some clarity, definitely a lot of clarity here, okay? So if things were kind of confusing or murky or you weren't sure, at this point, you're going to be very sure, all right? Moving on to next card, which represents what's crossing that, and we've got the Chariot in reverse, okay? So the Chariot in reverse can be someone who is wanting to be with you, but not necessarily for the right reasons. But it's also about feeling like giving up. It's about a loss of direction. So it's like, don't let that, you're trying to get clarity. Don't let this indirect energy deter you from making your decision, right? And that's the challenge. The challenge is to not give in to this feeling of feeling lost, of giving up. You know what I'm saying? It's about staying firm and focused in the energy of this Judgment card and the Ace of Swords, okay? Let's go ahead and clarify this crossing energy, and you got the Sun, okay? So definitely, I feel like a light is going to be shed on the situation, and then it's basically up to you to decide what to do and not get, basically don't let confusion overtake the situation or overtake you. All right, moving on to the past energy, what you're coming out of, and it's the Six of Cups. Okay, so you're coming out of a situation where maybe, this person, if you're in a relationship, you guys, feel like soulmates. It's like that feeling like you've known someone forever, that warm and fuzzy feeling. All right, so the Six of Cups is also about nostalgia, but it's also about past issues, okay? Let's go ahead and clarify that. And we get the Nine of Wands in the reverse. So maybe you had some issues with paranoia, okay? Issues with, feeling like you're going to give up. So maybe that's a theme, a recurring theme that you have, or something that you're fighting. This, lack of willpower, this lack of, what am I trying to say? It's like a lack of focus, right? With the Nine of Wands in the reverse, though, it's also about kind of like isolating yourself, okay? Feeling very defensive over your stance and how you feel about things, okay? So definitely clearing up a lot of this, past negative energy, all right? Moving on now to your future energy, what you're moving into, and we've got the Seven of Wands in the reverse, okay? So the Seven of Wands in the reverse is about giving up. All right. And there's a consistent energy here. There's something that is in you that just feels like giving up on a situation, or it feels like you're just tired of fighting. Whether it's not so much that you want to give up because you don't want it, you just don't know what else to do, or you're tired. You're tired of maybe arguing. You're tired, or not even arguing. You're tired of things not being clear, right? Because it's very apparent that the current energy is about clarity. Okay, so anything other than that is tiring. Anything other than that is unproductive, and anything other than that is like stagnant energy, right? You've got these wands in the reverse here, so that's definitely stagnant energy. Let's go ahead and clarify that. 7 of Wands in the reverse, and we get the Knight of Pentacles. So maybe there's some frustration for those of you who are dealing with perhaps an earth sign, or someone who is very slow to commitment. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles, he can be very devoted, he can be very reliable and stable, but he's very picky, and it takes him a while to get to that commitment. And so sometimes that can be frustrating, because if you're someone who knows what you want, okay, or someone who likes things to move at a more, like a faster pace, and this person is just taking their time, and they're not really expressive and letting you know what they feel or how they feel, then you may feel frustrated and you may feel like giving up. So there may be a situation where someone who represents the Knight of Pentacles to you is kind of wearing you out with, their pickiness and their slow approach to things. Okay. Moving on to what you want, Scorpio. You want love. You want the King of Cups. You want someone who's romantic, someone who knows how to express his emotions, someone who's got balanced emotions. Okay, for some of you, this can represent a water sign. But if it's not another water sign, definitely you want that romance. Okay, you want that romance and that love that comes with a relationship. All right, with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, and maybe even a little bit of boredom that you are dealing with right now. So you want that romance in your life. You want that romantic, loving energy, okay? With the King of Cups, he's very intuitive, okay? So someone who, will understand you. Excuse me, someone who's very patient, someone who's very tolerant with you, okay, Scorpio? Moving on to internal factors, what's driving you? The Sun card again. So definitely the truth, definitely clarity, definitely, making sure that you're both on the same page, just knowing what's going on, okay? The Sun card is about happiness. It's about, it's not just about happiness. Yes, it's about happiness. It's about being very confident with yourself, right? But it's also the Sun, I feel like, just shines a light on everything, okay? So it's crowning this reading, and it's shining a light on everything that's going on. So if there was a time where things were unclear to you, or things, were uncertain, or there was some past issues that need to be dealt with, then I feel like right now what's driving you is bringing all of this to the surface. All right, we go ahead and clarify that, and we get the 9 of Cups in reverse, because right now part of your issue, Scorpio, is that you don't feel emotionally fulfilled. All right, so because in what you want, there's the King of Cups there, I feel like you're yearning for some type of romantic connection, maybe a soft, loving energy. It's not so much about the passion. Of course, passion, yes, passion comes with romance, but, you want that affection also that comes with romance, okay? You want someone who understands you, someone who knows how to connect with you emotionally. Okay, and for some of you, you may be dealing with a fire sign, you may be dealing with a Leo, okay? But if not dealing with a Leo, then you're definitely just wanting, it's almost like you need to be heard, okay? And that's where the Ace of Swords is coming in. So you're definitely getting clear and probably very vocal about the fact that you need more romantic satisfaction, more emotional satisfaction. All right? Go ahead and move on to your advice for this reading, and we get the 5 of Wands in the reverse. The 5 of Wands in the reverse is about a few things, okay? If there's been a situation where you've had multiple people, vying for your attention, if you've been dating multiple people, maybe it's time to pick one person. It's time to kind of cut out all the unimportant players and focus on what's important. And that's maybe what this Judgment card and this Ace of Swords is about. If that is not your situation, then I feel like the Five of Swords in reverse is about finding harmony. All right. It's about finding harmony and finding, basically eliminating things that cause stress and arguments and bickering. Okay. And, whether that be changing directions, okay, it's a decision to change directions in the relationship on how things go. Or if you're single, it's about changing the direction of your life, changing the direction of your love life, I should say. And, you may know what your behaviors are, what your past habits and patterns are that you need to work on, right? And what it is that's either missing or what it is that you've been unclear about, even with yourself, as far as how to find harmony. Okay, so it's about less fighting, less things that cause conflict, and more things that that bring in peace and harmony into your life. All right, guys. Moving on to external factors. We've got the Five of Pentacles. So someone feels abandoned by you. Someone feels like you're not supporting them. You're not giving them the love and attention that they want. Okay. For some, this may be how someone sees you. Okay, they see you as someone who is feeling, it's almost like this is the card of suffering, okay? So it's like suffering through a situation. So either someone feels like they're suffering through this relationship with you, or they feel like they're suffering because they're not getting your attention. All right, we go ahead and clarify that, and we get the World card. So somebody... this is the end of a cycle. This is completion. Okay. So for some of you, this is definitely the end of a cycle or the end of a relationship. Okay. For others of you, you may be dealing with someone who is Capricorn. The World card can represent Capricorn, I think, and Aquarius, I want to say. Definitely Capricorn, so I'll stop there. But it's someone who feels like you mean the world to them also, okay? So, maybe this person really, really cares for you, and for some reason, they just feel like they're not getting the attention that they need and want from you, okay? So once again, maybe it's time to stop biting and really find a way to bring the harmony back into this relationship for those of you who are in a long-term or a committed relationship. For those of you that are single, it's time to end this cycle. It's time to end this period of feeling like you're missing out, okay? If you want to be in a relationship, then it's really time to take self-inventory and see what it is that's kind of, not blocking that, but we all have flaws. We all have patterns and habits and whatever. So if it's a situation where you've been single for a long time, or you've had a lot of failed relationships, it's time to take stock in the part that you may play in that. Into it. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering. The role that we play in the, where we are right now. Yes, it could be about the types of partners we choose, or, habits that we've carried, in relationships based off of, things that we learned in childhood. Okay. So, Scorpio, your readings have had this Six of Cups, this link to either a past relationship that shaped all your relationships after, or something that happened in your childhood that is the reason why your relationships go the way they go. So for those of you who this resonates with, because that may not resonate with everyone, but if that does resonate with you, then like I said, it is time to take inventory and see where you can bring more peace and harmony to yourself and to your relationships. All right. Moving on to your hopes and your fears. The Devil card. So for those of you who are dealing with a Capricorn, you want to be with this person, okay? You want to be with this person. For those of you who are not dealing with a Capricorn, then you're concerned and worried about The Devil card is a perfect representation of past baggage, okay? It's the perfect representation of karmic relationships, karmic cycles, negative patterns that we repeat over and over again. That is definitely representative of the devil. So that's like your fear. Your fear is that you don't want to have another relationship that is toxic or codependent, or, you know, has any of those qualities that come with, you know, baggage, whether it's your baggage or whether the other person is coming into the situation or carrying baggage from their past, okay? Clarify that, we get the Three of Pentacles. So you definitely want a more cooperative type of situation. For some of you, you're even fearing three-way situations, okay? You're fearing someone who might cheat on you and, you know, really just pull a number on you. So maybe that fear is, you know, what causes perhaps paranoia. Okay, maybe that's what's, you know, coming up from the past, all right? Maybe someone cheated on you in the past and had other people and multiple partners, and, you know, it's all about you don't want that anymore, okay? You want clarity. You want to know exactly where you stand with someone. You want to be on the same page with someone. You want someone who is going to be romantic and affectionate and understand you emotionally, all right? So all cheating aside, you don't want someone who's not going to understand you. All right. Moving on to the outcome now. And we've got the Ten of Cups in reverse. Okay. So I'm sorry. It's like, I mean, I'm not cheating, but, you know, I can tell when the Ten of Cups is coming up because the card is kind of bent. So I'm about to get a new deck. But then I can also tell when it's in the reverse before I pull it because of where the, you know, the line is. It's like if it's in the upright, most of the card, the top part of the card is upright. And then if it's in the reverse, it's just a little part of the bottom. So that's why I was like, oh. But when I pulled it, I'm like, oh, the Ten of Cups is in reverse. And the Ten of Cups has been coming up for you guys in the upright and the reverse in a lot of your readings. And I feel like with the Ten of Cups in the reverse, it's almost like your happiness is right there. Okay, I'm going to pull you get the Wheel of Fortune to clarify that. Your happiness is like right there, Scorpio. And I feel like there's just something that, you know, either, like I said, it's this past issue that needs to be cleared up, whether it's a past issue from this particular relationship, whether it's a past issue from a previous relationship that now shapes how you are in your relationships going forward, or it's a past issue from your childhood. But whatever it is, it's something that needs to be addressed because it's time for a change, okay? In order to move away from from being unhappy and disappointed in love and relationships, you need to be able to accept change, and change sometimes starts within. It starts with us. So once you make those steps, right, and consistently commit to changing and not carrying baggage from the past or not dealing with people who bring baggage into the relationship, I feel like you will find that Ten of Cups, okay? And it won't be so elusive and it won't be so inconsistent. Because I feel like one month it's like you guys have got the Ten of Cups in the upright, the next month it's in the reverse. So it's almost like you're teeter-tottering, right? It's like this Wheel of Fortune for you literally is spinning day by day, right? One day good, the next day not good, the next day great, the next day not good. You know, it could be day by day, it could be week by week, or just month by month, but whatever it is, it's inconsistent. So I feel like the Ace of Swords, this current energy with the Ace of Swords and the Judgment card is like that final go round, okay? And now it's time to accept the change and move with the change instead of, you know, maybe fighting the change because you're holding on to something from the past, okay? And it's about clarity. It's about knowing exactly, what you want out of relationships. It's about being able to express that clearly in a way that the other person understands. You know, for being single, it's about being clear with yourself. So that clarity, it doesn't matter if you're in a relationship or not. You know, if you're not happy, or if you're not satisfied, not so much happy, but if you're not satisfied, or if you're disappointed with the state of your love life, then it's definitely time to make a change, right? So there you have it. All right, Scorpio. So definitely some of you dealing with an earth sign. Definitely some of you perhaps dealing with a fire sign, a Leo or another Scorpio. And I see a couple of signs here. So I feel like this reading can be speaking to a few people. But I definitely see Leo, Capricorn, and Scorpio. All right, guys. So let me know in the comments what's going on. What is it? There was something else that I wanted to say. I hate it when I don't say it in the beginning of the video, because then by the end of the reading, I don't remember. Don't worry. If I can't remember, I'll just put it in another video, or I'll make a separate video. I think it has something to do with the channel. But anyways, guys, let me know in the comments what's the deal. I hope we're friends again, Scorpio. Thank you to all the Scorpios who have messaged me and, you know, given me positive feedback. I appreciate you guys. And I will see you guys at the next reading. All right, Scorpio, guys, let me know what's going on in the comments. I'll see you soon. Bye.